My name is Alyssa Dean, and this is my video on the ACA Code of Ethics and Counseling Dispositions. So first, when I was reading the ACA Code of Ethics, I saw that there were 9 major sections. These had to do with relationships between clients and counselors, as well as between counselors and other mental health professionals. It also had to do with things like confidentiality, professional responsibility, research in the field, supervision and training, as well as teaching those who are training, technology and counseling, resolving issues once you come across an ethical issue, and also evaluating, assessing, and interpreting situations you may come across with clients. After going over this, I think that the code is extremely helpful and useful to counselors. It provides a very clear and structured framework on how to solve problems when you come across them. It was really easy to understand when I was reading it, and it covered almost any issue I could think of, at least so far in the field. One of my thoughts is that also in the future, maybe it'll keep evolving, especially with technology, and add more ethical codes to go along with things like that. But overall, I think it provides a great framework in ensuring that as a counselor, you're helping more than unintentionally creating harm in the field. Moving on to dispositions, I think that the 3 dispositions that are my strengths are empathy, patience, and amiability. First, empathy. I try to do a really good job of putting myself in other people's shoes so that I can understand maybe a fraction of what they are going through. Next, patience. I try to remain calm and respectful in situations that may be time extensive or frustrating or tense. I try to do a really good job of just remaining calm and facilitating an environment that can encourage others to also remain patient. Lastly, amiability. I feel that I'm a pretty positive person, and I do my very best to always treat people with kindness, especially when I come across new people. I make sure that I am treating them with respect and kindness as I would any of my family or friends. So that everyone can just feel comfortable in in the environment that they are in. The 2 fields that I feel I could grow in the dispositions. First, I said psychological fitness. I do my best to maintain a good self-care routine, but I think it's definitely something I could grow in to make sure that I'm my best self for work, school, and my career in the future. I think that if I'm not taking good care of myself, I'm not going to be able to help others maintain good self-care either. So I think that's definitely something I need to grow and do more research on about how to better help myself. Second, I said I could grow my professional identity. I said this because I'm just starting out in the counseling profession. Obviously, I just started this program, so I'm really excited to gain a lot more knowledge in the field, as well as joining organizations. I've actually had a lot of fun looking at the different organizations I could join in my area and nationally. I'm from Ohio, so I've been looking around, and I'm really excited to cultivate new connections with people in the field, starting maybe in my internship as well. And yeah, I'm very excited to gain experience and knowledge overall, especially in the next few years. So moving on, similar to that, when it comes to my professional identity, I do plan to get involved in different organizations where I can meet other mental health professionals so that I can gain opportunities to grow, maybe go to different seminars to learn about different topics in counseling. And I think that this will really help me to be able to stay with the times, accommodate my clients. If I'm aware of current issues in the field, then I think it'll help me to better navigate even ethics in the field, to know what's kind of going on currently, what are the big issues in counseling at the moment, in the future. So, yeah, I think those are all very important to my professional identity and even cultivating a plan for that in the future. So, when I looked at joining into the ACA and what a membership to the American Counseling Association entails, it looked like there were a lot of benefits, and it's definitely something I may be interested in the future. Some of these were including you gain professional credibility, support, connections with other mental health professionals, and it's a space for you to advocate for things that you may care about, and maybe seek more attention to different issues that you feel are important in the field. There's also a lot of academic resources. You gain access to journals, discounts on ACA books. There was even something I saw that if you send your resume, that there are people who can help you revise it and review your resume. So I thought that was super cool. There was liability insurance for some practices and counselors. I also saw that there's annual conferences, there's webinars you can sign up for, meetings, all to help you continue your knowledge and really just stay up with the times and grow your professional identity. So I thought that was something really cool that goes along with wanting to join some organizations. Also, when I was looking on there, I saw a few current issues on their page. These were trauma, cultural diversity, inclusivity, and technology and counseling. So those all seemed like to be some very big issues in the field currently. So next, I looked at involvement in the national and state licensure organizations and how being a part of both of these could help your career or my career in the future. I found that gaining licensure in both of these seems like it would be something very beneficial for me. It also just seems like it helps to grow a lot of connections in the field. It helps demonstrate that you were able to meet all of those requirements to gain the licensure. I know where I'm at in Ohio, you have to meet CACREP standards to gain licensure, so it would show that I was able to fulfill all of those standards. And I think that would be something really important when developing my career, so that future employers or clients could see that I'm able to demonstrate those dispositions or standards when it comes to counseling. And it also would help grow my professional identity, as I mentioned before. So I think that would be something really beneficial. Lastly, I saw one concern with the use of technology in counseling, and I saw this to be confidentiality. When talking about using telehealth visits or notes or other documentation for counseling sessions online, I saw that this could potentially be hacked or involved in information leaks. So that's something that could definitely be an issue. I wonder if maybe there'll be more added to this in the ACA Code of Ethics in the future. It seems like it's becoming a more prevalent issue now more than ever. And it could potentially be a breach of confidentiality in ethical issues. So it's definitely something that I'm interested to looking more into. But I think just making sure using as secure sites as you can and doing everything you can to stay up to date on how to be the most secure is something really important when looking at technology and counseling. So that's all I have, but thank you.